Do you want to create an event booking functionality on your website? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can create this kind of event functionality in your WordPress website completely for free. We'll be using a free plugin, so you don't have to pay anything, not monthly and not annually. So right here you can see I have created a template here, and this template you can see I have this event there, and these are all the filters that comes completely free with the plugin. So here if I click on this event right here, you can see this is the event title, the event featured image, some details about the event, a calendar view, and then here the time of the event, the venue of the event, some info about the organizers as well. These things you can create completely for free using a free plugin. So if you are interested in learning how you can create this kind of event functionality in your WordPress website, then without further ado, let's get started now. So the first thing that you want to do is to go to the plugin, and once you get into this plugins, click on the add new button, and then in the search bar search for search for this plugin called Eventin. This is the plugin that you want to use. They have renamed their plugin, and this plugin respiratory. So now their plugin names is Event Manager, Event Calendar, Event Tickets for WooCommerce. Click on the install now, and once you will get installed, click on the activate button. Once the plugin will get activated, you will be prompted to this kind of screen here. These are some quick setup guide. If you want to do it this way, you can do it here as well, but for now I'll click on this I know about this, and I'll click on this skip. Now you will see all of these options here, and here you can see it says Eventin, and right here we can create all of our events. We can also create some schedules. We have an option to create the speakers as well. Other than that, we have some settings here. So in the settings option right here, you can see we have some settings related to how many events you want to show per page, and then you have some option to select the event template. By default, if you are using a free version, you only get one template, and that is the template one. So I'll select the template one here, and then for the speaker template you also get two templates that are free. So I'll keep the template one free, which is this one. And then archive events, sort by default it's all. Keep them all. If you want to keep them sorted based on upcoming events, you can choose this upcoming option here. Then here you also have option to sort the events based on ascending this order or descending order. Other than that, you have this include into search. If you want to include the events into your site search, you can include them here. If you want to exclude them, you can simply choose this no option here, and it will exclude all of these things, all of these events from the search result. Next up, we have this date and time format. So in the date and time format, you will have to select the time format. So in the time format, you can choose either the 12-hour format or the 24 hours format, whichever is suitable for you. I'll choose the 12-hour format here. Then where it says select event expiry date, so you can set up these event expiry dates here. So if you want, you can choose the starting date here, or if you want, you can choose the ending date here. So I'll keep it on the ending date there, and then select event expiry time. You have the option here to choose these things here, and the last thing, you can choose the date format here as well. So here you have all of these different type of formats available. I'll choose this format that says 16 November 2023. This format looks fine, so I'll click on this save changes. You can choose any of your formats. Next up, we have the slug setting. So by default, you don't have any slug here. So if you want to insert your custom slug here, what you will have to do is to enter the slug name. So I generally use the event slug or events slug. I'll keep this as events, and for the speakers, I'll choose speakers here, and then I'll click on save change. That means if I'll go to my domain, in the URL bar, I'll type in my domain name /events, it will bring the events page. Next up, we have this settings, Woo or purchase setting. If you want to integrate the WooCommerce for the payments, you can integrate it here. You will have to enable this, and then here you have the option for these settings. So redirect after adding to cart. If someone added an event into the cart, where will they be redirected? They will be redirected to a cart page or the checkout page you can configure all of those things here. So in the next video I'm going to show you that how you can integrate WooCommerce, but for now I'll disable this option here. You can also integrate the Stripe option here, but that is included into their pro plan, so we are not going to use this in this video. So I'll click on this save changes button here. Next up we have the style tab. So in the style tab you can choose a primary color and the secondary color, so that the event that you are going to create will inherit your website branding overall. So here that is option available. Next up in the settings we have these events settings. So we'll go into all of these event settings one by one. I'm not going to explain you all of these settings until we create some events on the website. So next up we have this integration tab. So with the Eventin plugin you can integrate the Zoom and create the Zoom event or the virtual events, seminars or conferences onto your website. For that you will have to integrate the Zoom. I'll create another video of how you can integrate the Zoom in this Eventin plugin. You can also integrate this ground host CRM. You can also integrate Google Maps CRM as well, but that is a pro feature. And you can also integrate Google Meet, and that is also included into their pro feature. Next up we have some advanced setting, but for the advanced settings you can set up some webhooks if you are a developer, and you can also register a domain here. I mean you can connect a domain here for the domain registration, and that is also part of the advanced settings. For the RSVP, if you want to include on your website, you will have to buy their pro plan as well. That's all for all the settings. So let's just start creating some of the events there. But before we actually start creating events, let's just create some speakers. Alright, for that you can click on this add new button here, and once you'll click on this add new button, this kind of window will appear. So in here you have this option for this custom fields. You can actually close this and bring it down by clicking here, and we are actually interested in looking at these options here. So for the name, you can insert a name here. So in the name settings, I opened this website here. So I'll copy this title and I'll enter this as his name, and then you need to enter a designation. So I'll copy a designation and insert the designation here. Right here you can insert an email address. For now I'll insert a dummy email address or the not working email address. Then you have the option to insert the summary for your speaker. So I'll copy some lorem ipsum from here and I'll insert the lorem ipsum as a summary here. You can also include some social links, and for that you can insert the icon here. So for example, let's just insert the Facebook icon, and right here type in the name as Facebook and insert the URL as hash. That's all. You can also integrate as many social media icons as you want. That is completely up to you. So I'll just insert the Facebook and the LinkedIn for now, and then you have the option to insert the company logo as well. So if you want to insert a company logo, you can click on this upload image and upload your logo. Then here in the right hand panel you have some of these options. So you can assign a category to your speaker, whether it's an organizer or he's a speaker. So let's just select both of these for now. Then you have an option to insert the featured image for your speaker. So I'll upload a featured image for the speakers. I have some of these images downloaded on the desktop of my website, and from here I want to upload 2 of these images. So I'll click on this open button here, and here I want to use this image, and then I'll click on this select featured image. So here you can see this is now our featured image, and then you have some additional option. If you want to display the title, you can enable it here, and then which template you want to use, you have this option, the content style option and the content vertical padding option. That are all the available options. Once done, you can click on this publish button. So now if I click on this view post here, and if we go here, you can see this is how our speaker is looking. You can upload as many speakers as you want. So let's just quickly upload one more speaker, which is this one, Michael. So I'll copy this and insert the name here. I want to select a featured image for the Michael, and then I'll assign a category to him as well. Other than that, let's just fill in the data for the designation. For the designation, I'll copy the designation from here. Then once again, I'll insert the email there, and then next to it, I want to copy some lorem ipsum again. So I'll copy some of these lorem ipsum and insert the lorem ipsum here. And once again, you can insert the social media icons and the company logo. Once done, you can click on this publish button here, and then this post or the speaker will get published. And now if I click on this view post option here, you can see this is how our author is looking right here. So I'll go back here, and here you can see this is the featured image. Now if we go back and if we only open the speaker page, you can see this is how the speaker page is looking. So this is how you can create the speakers. Next up, we can create some schedules. So in order to create the schedules, click on this add new button. So in the add new button, you will have to insert the program title. So let's just insert a program title such as virtual event seminar. Select a date. So I'll select a date, and then display name on the day. If you want to display the name, you can display this name, and then schedule slot. So here you can schedule some slot. So I'll copy this one again, and here let's just keep the event seminar. Pick up a date, pick up a start time. So I'll keep 7 p.m. for the start time and 8 p.m. for the end time. Then you have to enter a location. So for the location, for now, let's just randomly pick a location, New York. And then for the speaker, you can choose the speakers that we have created. So I'll choose one of these speakers from here. And then in the details panel, you can insert some details about this schedule. So I'll copy some lorem ipsum again, and then I'll insert the lorem ipsum here. If you want, you can create more schedule slots here. For that, simply click on this add button, and it will create a new slot here. Here you can see the slot 2 has been added. So once done, you can click on this publish button, and this is how you can create schedules. So for now, we have created some schedules in the seminar, and here you can see this is how our schedules are looking. Now we can actually start creating the events. So click on the events here, and then click on the add new button. And once you will click on the add new button, this new window will start getting loaded. You will have to wait until this window will get loaded. So here you can actually start typing the details about the event. So I'll copy some of these details from this website. So I'll copy this title and insert the title here. That is going to be the title for the event. And then we also need some description about the event. So I'll copy this description from here, and I'll insert the event description right here. Then here we have some additional settings. So select a schedule type. So whether this event is with speaker or without speaker. If you will choose without speaker, you can go ahead with that. If this event is with speaker, you can choose this option from here. Then here you can choose a schedule. Remember, we created schedules here. You can create the schedules or select the schedules here. If you want to create new schedules at this point, you can always click on this create schedule button here, and then it will take you to the same place where you can create the schedules. Next up, we have some event organizers. So here you can choose whether you are the organizer or you are a speaker. So if you will choose a speaker, you can then simply choose the speaker option here. But if you are an organizer, choose the organizer and then click on this create organizer, and then it will take you to a new window that is actually the speakers part, and here you can choose those speaker. And in the pro version, you actually have the option to choose all of these speakers that we have created here, and then you can select those speakers here. Next up, we can choose some social media icons again, or the social links again on the website. So I'll quickly insert some details about these social media icons. So I'll only choose Facebook and LinkedIn at this point, just to give you an option. Next up, we have this RSVP option. If you want to keep the RSVP, you can keep it here, but for now I'm not keeping it because that is the part of the pro version and we are using the free version here. Next up, we have this venue or location. So here you can insert the location. So for the event location, you can go to Google Maps and get a location from here, or you can type in a location there, whichever location you want to choose. In their pro version, they have an option so that you can choose the location type as well. Next up, we have date and time option. You can choose the time zones, then you can choose the event date. So I'll quickly choose an event start time and the ending time. Next up, we have tickets and pricing. If you want to enable the tickets and pricing for these events, you can always enable them from here, and then you can set up all of these things here. So for example, if you want to keep the tickets open, so enable this option, and the ticket name, let's make it get a pass, and the price is going to be $15 or something. Number of tickets, only 10 tickets. You can also define the number of tickets. You can also use the different variations of the tickets. So for example, for free user, you want to give them free access. So click on this add button. For the ticket name, choose free, ticket price 0, and number of tickets only 1. That's it. Next up, you have this option recurring event. If you want, you can make it a recurring event as well. So for that, click on this option here, and then here event will repeat on weekly basis. That's it. Choose the days when it will get repeated, and each recurrence duration of the day is 1, and the end date, on the end date you have this option right here. Do you want to hide the recurring events thumbnail? If you want to hide, you can check this option. If you don't want to hide, you can uncheck this option. Next up, you have settings for the Google Meet, but that option is only limited to the Pro version. Next up, you can choose a banner for your event, and that option is also included in the Pro version as well. You can also add the FAQs with your Pro version, and with the you can also integrate them CRM. Here you can integrate this with Fluent CRM and Fluent webhooks. You have some miscellaneous option as well, where you can add the event logo, background color for your calendar, text color, and so on and so forth. You can go through all of these options. Next up, we have this form option, and all of these options, most of these are Pro, so you need to get a Pro license for there. And on the right side, if you will click on this event, here you can choose a thumbnail. So I'll choose the thumbnail here for our event, and here you will see the category option. You can always create some categories. So I'll create a category with the name of demo, and then I'll publish this event. And now if we go here and if we'll click on view event, here you can see this is how our event looks. Right here, there is the title of the image, this is the thumbnail image, the time, venue, the organizer's name, and then on which schedule we have this event. So this is how it is looking. I'm also going to show you how you can use Elementor to edit the template of this event page. So for that, what you will have to do is to go to the plugins section here, and then you can click on this add new plugin. Now I'll search for Elementor. So search for the Elementor page builder, click on install now button, and then activate this Elementor page builder. Once the Elementor will get activated, go back to the events and then go to the events. In here, go to edit. But once you will go to edit, you won't see this option that says edit with Elementor. In order to enable that option, you will have to go to this Elementor, and then you will have to go to this settings option here. In this setting option, make sure you choose event, schedule, and speaker, whichever option where you want to use the Elementor. So click on save changes. Now go back to events in the Eventin, and now if I click on this edit button right here, you will see this option that says edit with Elementor, and here you have this option template. So in the template, make sure you choose Elementor full width, and then click on update button just once, and then click on edit with Elementor. By the way, you can use this with the bricks builder as well, and the Divi page builder as well. They have all of those options available. So this is how your template page will get loaded, and in here you can use your Elementor page builder to create any kind of template you want to use. So for example, let's just create a very simple template for this event. So let's use this structure. I only want to change these values, and I want to keep 77% here and 32% on this side, so that we have something like that. And then I'll get rid of this thing here. If you will go there, if I'll close all of these options here and the general option here you will see all of the widgets that are included in Eventin Events. So here we have Eventin Events, Eventin Schedule tab, Eventin Zoom, Eventin Speakers, Schedule List, Event tabs, Advanced Search, Expired Events, and Event Calendar. So you have the complete freedom of creating your own layout for the event. So if I'll choose an image here, and then I can insert a featured image for the event, right here I can insert the template, and I can go to the style tab and style it any ways I want. I'm not going to go in details that how you can style these. I have number of videos available on my YouTube channel that how you can create any kind of pages using the Elementor. So here is the title. I'll actually go to the background option here, and I'll give it a background color, something like this, and then I'll give it a padding, some padding from the all sides, maybe 25 pixels, and then I'll give it a negative margin of -20. That way it will look something like this. Once you'll get the title here, you can insert a text editor here where you can insert some description about your event. So copy this thing from here and insert the thing here, and that is going to be the description for your event. Once done, you can also apply some background color here. So let's just apply a background color, a white background color. Then I'll go to the advanced tab and give it a padding of 50 50 pixels from the top and 50 pixels from the bottom. In this panel right here, you can create a box, something like that, and you can use that box in order to display the event details thing. So I'll add a drop shadow and I'll reduce the drop shadow here, and then I want to give it a border radius of 12 pixels here, and then I'll go here and I'll copy these details from here. I'll insert a heading module there and I'll insert these details here. Then you can go to the style tab, and in the style tab you can change the font color and the font size. So let's just pick the Poppins font, and in the Poppins font you can always choose the font size. So let's just choose 16 pixels. I'm going to use the normal version, and for this time part here I want to make it bold. So I'll write an HTML tag to make it bold, and this will make it bold. Now I can duplicate this part here. I can go here and I can copy this venue from here, and then I'll insert the venue there, and I will enter the location for the venue. So I'll insert the location for the venue here. You can also insert some paddings on all sides. In this way you will have a good looking column, something like that. So you can also create all of these things here. If you want to display some related events, you can create one more column here, give it a background color. So let's just give it a background color. And if you'll go to this Eventin, so just to mention that in order to enter the related events, you will have to get their free versions. But if you want to display any of these options, for example, you want to display a calendar, you can insert the calendar here, and this is how the calendar will look. And you have a complete option to pick from two option in the free plan. You can choose the style 1 or the style 2. This is how their style looks. So anyways, you have the complete freedom of how you want to display all of these event options here. On top of that, you have some additional options available, and that is you can use the shortcodes using this Eventin plugin. So for that, go to this Eventin and then click on this shortcodes, and once you will click on this shortcodes, you have all of these shortcodes available in the free version. So for example, if you want to display events with the calendar, you can click on this generate shortcode button here, and then you can click on this generate, copy this shortcode from here. You can go to any of your posts or your pages. So for example, if I go to the pages here, and if I click on this add new page, and then in here we can actually search for HTML, and here I'll insert the shortcode. So let's give it a title, event with calendar, and then click on this publish button here. Now if I click on this view page, you'll see this is how it looks. So you have the complete freedom if you want to use the default templates that Eventin event plugin have, or if you want to design your templates using the Elementor, or if you want to use the shortcodes. You have all of these freedom available with this Eventin plugin. So in this way you can create as many events as you want completely for free using this Eventin plugin. And you can also integrate the zoom as well. You can go through their website. I'll drop the link of their website in the description of this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you some of the options that you get with the pro version, and then on the video next to that video, I'm going to explain you how you can integrate the zoom option, so that you can arrange some virtual events on your website. So get the links for all of those videos in the description of this video. I hope you have learned something new from this video. If you have learned something new from this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell icon to always get the latest video update. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.